Why? I'm so ugly. Why? I created a puppet and it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but I learned a few things along the way, and that's what I want to share with you today. So if you like art and want to create a puppet, let's start. The first step is to create your character. And yes, the best thing is to grab a sketchbook or your tablet and start creating sketches. I didn't have time, so I decided right away to sculpt. That was my first mistake. And to be honest, I'm saying this because I learned that you don't need a 3D printer. You can use cardboard, foam, or even you can 3D print, but focusing only in creating the sculpts, the basic movement of your puppet, and then use a fabric to cover everything. That's gonna be way easier to put everything together, and then it will be easier just to add some details. So, but I didn't do that. I started, like I mentioned, designing my character in Nomad Sculpt. This is a program that is really cheap and really, really powerful. This is not a sponsor, but it's the program that I use on most of my 3D prints, and I just like it. So I wanted to create like a dragon. I didn't want to create something too detailed with horns because when you 3D print, you can have certain issues, and to be honest, I didn't have the time. So I wanted to do something simple. I didn't even pay attention to the size. And when I was checking the 3D prints, it kind of worked, but to be honest, it wasn't feeling completely right. I didn't know if I was doing like a puppet show for hours, if it was gonna really feel normal, or my hand was gonna be affected. And it looked like it has a huge neck because of the size of the skull. So I decided to go back and redesign it, just took it a little bit, make it more simple, and I think it turned out a little bit better, or at least that's what I think. And the most important thing, I created the jaw way bigger so I can really, really control it. So this is almost everything that I'm gonna use for this puppet. I really love how everything turned out. It 3D printed without supports, and I think it's gonna work out. So something that I didn't show is that I designed this claws with a little bit of a wrist and with a hole. This is gonna allow me to be able to control my puppet. You're gonna see that later on. And I wanted more details, so I created this armor. And it's time to paint. To be honest, for my 3D prints, the only thing I use is acrylic paint. This is PLA, and I'm surprised and I'm liking how this is a simple acrylic green and doesn't have anything special, but this PLA is giving kind of a metallic look. So I'm really liking how it is. If you want, of course, to conserve and make the paint last longer, you can varnish or use like a clear coat of another material. And I did the same thing with the armor. If you see all the layer lines of the 3D prints, I kind of didn't want to smooth anything. I really wanted to make sure that these pieces show that there were 3D prints. The next step is the eyes. To be honest, I don't think I did a good job. I was trying to make it completely symmetrical, some completely looking at you, but I see that my puppet, when it looks to someone, it looked like it's ignoring everyone, kind of spacing out. Just try to do your best. And now I'm just putting some details, some highlights, and I think I have my puppet. And now when I open and close, I can feel how the jaw is being pushed to the right. And that's kind of normal because my thumb is not in the middle of my hand. But to fix that, I need to put everything together. I wasn't sure what to use because I don't really need a lot of support because I have the 3D print part that is kind of controlling the jaw. But I decided to use cardboard. I'm using the head just to trace the template. I'm only going to use half of it and then full sides of the jaw. And then I could have used a blade, but I only have these crappy scissors. So it doesn't turn out really good, but I'm gonna make sure that it fits. And I love cardboard because it's easy to use, easy to bend. So I wasn't sure how to glue everything together. To be honest, I should have used crazy glue, but like you can see, I'm using Gorilla Glue. And I don't want to say it was a mistake, but it was a pain. And that's because I wasn't aware how this glue works. I thought I was gonna just press my cardboard and it was gonna be glue and move on. And that's not how it works. I have to press and wait, and keep waiting for like 20 minutes and it wouldn't stay. So the glue was still really, really liquid and it wasn't sticky or anything. So what I did, because I didn't have time, is glue the jaw. I didn't record this, but I put a lot of heavy things and I make sure that nothing was moving. The next day I removed all those heavy parts and everything. This is what you see on the screen, that I have the piece. Everything is glued, but something that I didn't know about this Gorilla Glue is that I expand and create this foam that even if it confirmed that everything is attached really good, is adding a thickness that I wasn't expecting. So now I can try it and I can feel perfectly. I think it's working. So the original plan was to use this same glue, use these jeans, and kind of glue first on top of the mouth, and when it dry, just go around on the skull and glue everything and kind of have a neck. But it was such a pain that I decided, you know what? Why recreate the wheel? Let's just do something simple. I wanted just to add a detail to this mouth. And yes, I'm gonna use socks. And I think that's the perfect solution. So I decided just to paint my mouth, add this detail. To be honest, I don't know what I was thinking, but again, I used the glue. I added this detail, and to be honest, now it's really thick. The mouth doesn't close completely. So I think the best thing, if you want the mouth to be closed completely, just paint any details that you want. Now that I have that, I'm gonna grab my pair of socks. One, I'm not gonna touch it at all. It's gonna be the full body. The other one, I'm gonna cut it in half. I could have used the top part for something like a hat or another details, but I just discarded. The lower part, I just cut it in two, and this is gonna allow me to create my arms. I'm gonna fold them and be able to grab my claws. And also, you need to control your claw. For that, I'm gonna use hangers. I'm gonna use the bottom longest part of the hanger. So I'm gonna have to use two hangers, disassemble them, and just the rest, just keep them for another project. Because this is a fabric, it's gonna be really easy just to puncture and try to kind of hide the hanger, or at least to hide that it's grabbing the claw. So, and that's gonna allow me to just control everything. So one thing, I didn't have the perfect tool in this moment, so I just bent a little bit the hanger, and it did grab the claw, but not in a perfect way, and that was a mistake. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about in a moment. But the next step is to grab a foam. I grabbed this, I think it came with my 3D printer, or even I ordered some kettlebells that I'm surprised that they were really well packed. But I'm gonna use this foam to create the bones. And because I don't wanna just a straight arm, I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm actually gonna make sure that I have a space. This is gonna fake a joint. I'm gonna be able to move. And I know I don't have anything else, so I'm gonna use the glue. I thought, because it was foam in fabric, that the process was gonna be way faster, and it kind of did, but not really fast enough. Another thing that I want to recommend more when you're using any type of chemicals, any type of glue, is use gloves. Don't be like me, use gloves. If you have been watching my other videos, I'll show you things you shouldn't do. Because the glue didn't work the way it's supposed to. I decided just to sew everything. To be honest, instead of the glue, I should have just started sewing, but I'm really bad. So I was hoping that the glue was the perfect fix. And in this case, I think this is a better way to go. I create the other arm the same way. And another important thing is, because the claws or hand, whatever you're doing, it can move. You can end up having two left, two rights, like you can see over here. Right now, I'm gonna fix it, but I'm gonna show you that this is the hand where I only did a loop, and it's not really grabbing, it's kind of falling, I don't have control. While the other one, I really did more loops, so the hanger is really grabbing the claw, so I have better control and it's not like bending. So I'm fixing this one, and I'm really surprised that I'm going around. This is PLA, so it's not really strong, and it survived. Now it is fixed. I just need to move the wire a little bit, so it doesn't look like it's hanging, but I can feel completely that it's working. So at the end, like professionals, they have kind of a loop or something that with your thumb you can grab, and kind of have more control. What I did is I used foam and masking tape to completely have that part, and I think it worked really well. So now that I have that, it's time to attach the whole body. I'm gonna put it on, put in the sock just to kind of feel and also kind of check where should I put the arms. And a big difference between other puppets is that my head is detachable. It's not attached to the body. To be able to attach the arms and make my life easier, what I did is I put some foam inside the body, and that will give me enough thickness so I can just grab the fabric and go around and start sewing everything. It didn't happen to me, but if you sew the foam, I think it should be easy just to try to cut it and remove most of it. So another thing that I did, because it was gonna take forever, is that I put more of the glue on my armor. I waited 15 minutes and then I put it on top of the body. I flipped the body and I left. I left the room and next day it was ready. I did the same thing with the shoulder, but I'm gonna show you the final result. I cannot turn over the socks. I still have the foam inside, so the glue, if it went through, it didn't really touch the other part of the sock. So one thing, I don't know if it is the heaviness of the hand or the arm that is really big, but it's really hard to control. I can do one, two is a little bit too heavy. I can barely, probably if I would have done the hand with foam, it would have been way better. So this is my felt puppet. Enjoy art, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye. I'm so ugly. Why? 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 Why did you make me? I'm still ugly. I'm so ugly. No, no, so ugly.